Hello, this is Greg Sampson. I'm the new principal at Mooresburg Elementary School. I want to take just a few minutes here, whether you're watching on Dojo or whatever platform, to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about the school and the school year itself. Um, I come here to Mooresburg Elementary School after being principal and both principal and assistant principal at Rogersville Middle School. I've spent the last 8 years there. Before that, I was a 10-year classroom teacher at McFeeters Bend Elementary School. So after spending 8 years at Rogersville Middle School, Mr. Roach and I have been talking, and um, our story is a little bit unique that it came from us talking about our histories. And I was an elementary school teacher that became a principal at a middle school, and he was just the opposite, at being a middle school teacher that went to an elementary school. And after an 8-year tenure, we decided that we would swap schools. And so for me, it's kind of been coming home in several different ways. I did spend my career teaching at not only an elementary school but a rural elementary school, much like Mooresburg Elementary. Even before that, I spent, I grew up in the Kepler community. I was born there and still live there to this day. My mom was a school teacher at Kepler Elementary School, so I kind of grew up in a school. So in a way, I've been in a school my entire life. One of the funny things that I thought of about coming to Mooresburg is actually my mom began her teaching career here at Mooresburg, and from I believe 1978 to 1981. And during that time, she was actually pregnant with me through part of that time. So in a funny way, I have a connection with Mooresburg Elementary before any other school in Hawkins County. So that's been something special that I thought of about coming to down here to Mooresburg. Very excited to come back to an elementary school and get to work with the kindergartners up through the fifth grade. That was always a pleasure up at McFeeters Bend to work with that age group of kids. A little bit about myself. I have two boys. One of them will be enrolling here at Mooresburg. He's going to be riding with me in the mornings, and very excited about bringing him here with me to Mooresburg. A little bit about myself outside of school. I grew up farming. We raised cattle and gardens and lots of other crops up on our farms up in the Kepler community, and spent most of my childhood, most of my life doing that type of thing myself. Just today, I have a herd of sheep and a herd of cattle up on my farm right now that I tend to daily. Music's always been a big part of my life. I grew up playing music. My son and I play music to this day, and so if you ever come in my office, you'll notice two guitars hanging up on my wall. I've carried a guitar with me to every classroom and every principal's office that I've ever been in, and you'll continue to see that in my office here at Mooresburg. Um, I've been told here at Mooresburg that we have a house system, and I've been selected for the house Teneo, which someone told me is pronounced Teneo. So I may have to work on that a little bit. I appreciate any help that anybody wants to give me if I'm not phrasing that correctly. Um, I'm very excited to come to Mooresburg. I have very high expectations for this school. Um, like I said, it's very comparable to the school that I spent my entire teaching career in. Uh, I want this to be the best school in Hawkins County and all of the state for that matter. And I've met all the teachers, and feel like I have an extremely talented cast of teachers here within the school that's going to give your kids the best education that you could hope for. And I want to say another word. Whether you have kids here or not, I want to say how appreciative I've been for the warm welcome that I've received from everyone throughout the Mooresburg community. From up here at DNR Market, I've met everyone up there. Great food, by the way, and everyone in the community has been so welcoming to me, and that means the world to me. And I've gotten to know so many people, and it reminds me so much of the Kepler community that I come from, and everything looks just the same. And a teacher here that I worked with at McFeeder's Bend, one of the first things that they said to me was, Greg, you're going to love it. It's just like the Bend. And that's what we called McFeeder's Bend when I worked there. And I found that. And I found, welcoming arms, welcoming words, kind words from everyone that I've met here in the school, out at DNR, Green Tomato, out in the parking lot, and so the welcome has been warm. I promise you, as principal here, I'll put everything that I have into this school to make it just what I said earlier, the best school in Hawkins County or the state. And look forward to having a good school year. I know that this school year has not been typical. We're not starting in a typical manner. I feel confident that no matter what the details are about our learning, whether it's virtual or whether it's in-house, we're going to give the best education we can while we're here. And I want you to always feel welcome to call me here at McFeeder or at Mooresburg, to come by. My door's always open, and I'll be more than happy to help you through with anything that you need. And I always want you to know about me. I'm always here to help in any way that I can. So looking forward to a great school year. We're getting ready to begin. Always feel free to reach out. We've got our back to school bash tonight, and any other time, stop by the school. Always here to help.